Panther Nation podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Talk, let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible, make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast and we poppin', let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? It's your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, and today it is a morning huddle. My apologies, man. Yesterday did not get a morning huddle, and everything went crazy. It was a lot of news dropping yesterday. Cam going out here, and we're gonna unpack everything. We're gonna talk about, if we got time, we'll talk about the Dak situation. Because a lot of Cowboys fans, shout out to all the Cowboys fans, they going at Cam. It was a whole Twitter war yesterday regarding Cam and what he said about, game manager quarterbacks. I don't know why people get so offended with being a game manager quarterback, bro. Like, I don't know why people do that. But it is what it is. It's okay to be a game manager. Game managers win Super Bowls too. It's okay. It's okay to be a game manager, dog. But anyway, I digress. Everybody, grab yourself some coffee. You know what I mean? Get some coffee, and let's talk about it. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that Cam Newton, man. Shout out to Cam, man. We love Cam, bro. Gotta love Cam, man. ALS, appreciate that super chat. That's awesome, man. Appreciate the support. Step back. If you want a shirt, my shout out to my folks over at the printing shop. They getting them out. So if you order the shirt, it should be on the way. If you did not order a shirt and you want to order a shirt, get one before Christmas. You know what I mean? Treat yourself. Get yourself a shirt. Support the movement. The movement is to send a message to David Tepper. We're gonna wear these shirts on the last game of the season, the home game against the Tampa Bay Bucks. We're sending a message, man. Everybody put your shirt on. Tell Tepper to step back, bro. It also supports the channel. We greatly appreciate that. I'm going to pin that comment. Give me 1 second so I can pin that comment so y'all can go straight to it. Let's see here. Let's pin that joint. All right, there you go. Copy and paste that joint in your browser. You should be good to go, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the super chat, ALS, man. All right. So with that said, everybody got their coffee ready. I don't know, your Starbucks, whatever, your K-Cups, whatever donut shop, whatever you got, grab your coffee and let's talk about it because, boy, Cam Newton went on the QB School YouTube show or podcast. Never seen it before. But shout out to Kyle Allen because he was on that joint too. And, he went and essentially told it all. He spilled all the tea. And I don't know if do y'all want to listen to it one by one, or do y'all want me to just react? Okay, y'all want to listen to it first? I feel like if we listen to it first, we get better context. And I gotta send that shout out to Panther 24/7 on Twitter. If you want all the clips of the shows, Panther 24/7. Shout out to my man Jay Simp. Shout out to Noli. They run that channel or that Twitter feed. And so them boys was clipping it up. They gave me all the cliff notes. So I'm gonna pull up the clips, man. Let's see. Let's play the clips, and then we'll react to them one by one. Let's play the clips, man, because I feel like we get better context, and it helps us out. It helps us level set. So we'll go one by one. And shout out to the QB School. Let's go one by one and see if we can get this thing going. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me set this up. Let's set this up. Let me set my wife texts me. Gotta pay attention when the wife texts me. All right, so let me set this up real quick. Share my screen. Entire screen. Let's do share audio. All right, this is not my first time hearing it. No, I heard it. I heard him last night. I listened to everything last night. So let's listen to, because this is the most interesting piece. We'll get straight to the shits, man. It's no point in us.
The whole board. You look at the locker room. You look at the people participating in. Tepper brings you in tomorrow.
Thumbs up.
Because you see the whole board, right? It's not like you can come in and like if you came in, you wouldn't be pass game coordinator. You'd be many levels above that because you see the whole board. You look at the locker room. You look at the people participating in that. You look at the way the players are treated. All that. Like if we bring you in, not as a player, but as a coach, like where are you starting with that?
I'll tell you this, and I had some time to think, and I appreciate you for asking this question.
I couldn't wait for this question. Sorry, I bounced out, but I'm back. I can't wait for this.
Greg, a couple weeks back, said he would like to interview for the head coaching job. You know what I would like to interview for that job?
President.
Let me be the team president.
Team president. Yeah. If I was in the league, I'd do the same thing. I don't want to be a coach.
And I guarantee you, I could sell out. I can give you what you need from Bryce. I can also speak on terms of what the fans' expectations is, and I also have the leverage to hold management and Tepper accountable.
And Tepper,
coach,
and
right?
Tepper accountable. Hold on. Pause. Rewind. Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Hold up. Did y'all hear that? It's not. This is what we need. This is what we need, bro. Pew pew. Alarms. And Tepper accountable. And Tepper. Management and Tepper accountable. These are facts. This is what we need. Somebody that's going to hold David Tepper accountable when he makes a mistake. That's what I'm talking about. And I listen, this is all fun and games, and I'm sure there's a little how do I want to say this? He's being a little facetious when he's saying, I want to be team president, but this is real. Like, this is really what we need in Carolina. Even if it's not Cam Newton, because the way he's talking, I love it. I love what he's talking about. But even if it's not Cam, we need somebody that's definitely going to hold David Tepper and management accountable. That's what we doing. That's why we got these shirts. So when Cam talking that language, hey, yes, sir, you got my attention. Hold him accountable. That's what we trying to do as fans. So let's just rewind that. Rewind that one time, because he's speaking my language.
I don't want to be a coach, right? I'm a businessman.
Nobody wants
So
to.
at the end of the day, I see a situation in Carolina where it's a lot of fuck-ups that has been taken.
Hello.
No question about it.
Only way to say it.
And I think Tepper's success as a businessman thought he was going to come into a situation and run that kind of similar.
Stop it. Listen, this is from a guy that has sat next to Tepper. He been to his house. This man, when Cam Newton signed, so Cam Newton knows what he's talking about, bro. This is not some outsider. He's confirming everything we already knew. These are facts.
As he know and found out, that's not like, this ain't the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So I would love to help him as well as everything, because I will always be connected to Carolina. I would never, bet against or go against Carolina. It's a part of me. Hell, should I still have, residencies in Carolina,
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I care enough to coach, but I would love to be in an advisory position to help the overall franchise.
Mhm.
Culture curator. Culture curator. That's what Cam Newton needs to be. Team president / culture creator, because that's what the hell we missing. And he talks about that too. He goes into depth about the why he's decided to do a lot of stuff he does. He talks about the culture. Excellent stuff from Cam.
From the media to the fans' expectations.
He knows.
What is the fan experience coming into Bank of America?
Bro, how many listen, in this 2-minute clip, how many times did Cam Newton say fan experience or the fans? How many times did he say that? David Tepper, when he got up in front of there, said the fans one time, and he was talking about soccer and all that and bringing music to Charlotte. How many times in this 2-minute clip did Cam Newton say the fans? At least 17 times. But I want to go back to that one part. I didn't go back far enough.
Give you what you need from Bryce. I can also
team president. Yeah. If I was in the league, I'd do the same thing. I don't want to be coach.
You got to hear.
And I guarantee you, I can sell out. I can give you what you need from Bryce.
Talk about it, Bryce, because he's a quarterback, knows what he's talking about. He know what he's doing.
I can also speak on terms of what the fans expect.
The fans' expectation. How many times did this man say the fans? And I rewound it, bro. The fans
is, and I also have the leverage to hold management.
Leverage. He's got the cachet. I can hold management and who can and who.
And Tepper
accountable. Talk about it. This is the best part of the interview, bro. All the other stuff about the revisionist history and stuff in the past, I could care less about this. But Cam got a plan to moving forward. He got a plan to help us moving forward. This was the best part of the interview to me. All the other stuff is cool, and we'll talk about that stuff too. But this was the best part of the interview because it helps us moving forward. Come on, man. Come on, Cam. Let's keep going.
Personnel decisions, America Stadium. Personnel decisions.
Personnel.
Is this guy right for the locker room? What do we say if we draft this type of guy? You know,
is the guy the right for the locker room? Not just picking dudes up. Is he right for the locker room? Is he gonna fit?
So, talking to fan support.
But the fans again. The fans again, bro. It's all about the fans. The fans. And truth be told, Cam dealt with a lot of hate here. Of course, it was a lot of support. But for this man to even say this with half of the F-150s hating him, bro, it's all about the fans, bro.
Come on, bro. There's no other person
Cap.
that's prepared for that position.
Is what I meant to say.
America
that's true. There's no better person for the position. These are all facts. Everything that Cam Newton is saying is facts. You want to make a splash? Because David Tepper's all about making the news and being in and making a splash and doing. He wants to be applauded. You want to be applauded? Make Cam Newton team president and see what happens. You want to make things right. You want to write some. It don't even got to be team president, but get him in the building and culture curator. Something. Name him something, bro. And you know what's crazy? I was saying this last night. My bad. I gotta divert a little bit. But you know what's crazy? This what's crazy. Cam ain't played here since 2021, but we won't even count that. We won't even count that because that stint was a facade. That didn't really happen. But he ain't really played legitimate football here since 2018. Why is Cam Newton still to this day the only person that keeps the Carolina Panthers relevant? To this day, this man ain't played a relevant snap since 2018, and he's still the only person keeping the Carolina Panthers relevant and in the news. Why? They don't want me to pod, man. They don't want me to pod. They don't want me to pod, man. Cam Newton still to this day the only person keeping Panther Nation relevant, bro. in the news right now. Look at everybody talking about it. Look at Twitter's going ablaze right now not because of the play on the field. Our legends, our Panther legends, and shout out to Smitty. Smitty too. They the only ones keeping us relevant, bro. They the only ones it ain't about the play on the field. And shout out to Smitty. And again, it's everybody. It's everybody. It's legends. They are the Julius Peppers going to the Hall of Fame, stuff like that. These guys are the only people keeping the Carolina Panthers relevant. Nothing we're doing right now keeps us relevant. We got the number 1 overall pick here in Carolina, and that's it. And we still can't do nothing on the field. Nothing on the field. Absolutely nothing we've done on the field has kept us relevant, bro. Nothing. So shout out to Cam, shout out to Smitty, shout out to even Trey Boston having watch parties to watch our terrible team. Shout out to all the legends, Julius Peppers. All these guys are the only ones keeping us relevant right now. I digress. Let me find some more clips to react to. Here we go. Here's a CMC clip.
For a quarterback, or would you have built that thing different? Rewind the clock to last draft. Would you have moved up for a quarterback, or would you have built that thing differently?
I'm going to rewind it even some more. They should have never got rid of C-Mac.
Never.
First off, confidentially, I'm going into waters where I feel like this is a trusted source, right? And obviously it's going to get out, but this
I was going to say, not that confidential.
Right? This is information that a lot of people wouldn't know unless you're there. They didn't know how to coach C-Mac.
No.
Didn't know how to coach C-Mac.
That's the truth. There's no reason why this guy is having 40 touches a game and he's still practicing on Wednesday or things that we would expect our star play. They don't know how to coach a star.
You remember 2019, the year you got hurt, the year I played, and he had 1,000, and he played 99% of the snaps, and he practiced every single day. Like, that is impossible, bro. That's impossible for anyone to do. And they expected that out of him every year.
Now, hear me out. I'm not saying you treat C-Mac and show him favor. How I would treat C-Mac is this. On Wednesdays, that's your day. That's a vet move. That's your day. But you're out there every single rep coaching up the guys, and you're talking to a coach, running back coach, and saying, getting your mental reps in. It's not that you're practicing, not the physical practice. You're still getting a mental practice there, right? They didn't know how to do that.
Rewind the clock.
So in regards to C-Mac, and again, y'all know me if you've been watching the pod for a long time. I was with the C-Mac trade, and see, I think with this, the C-Mac trade, if the results of the C-Mac trade went different, y'all would have a different viewpoint of it. Let me explain. So when Foreman and Chuba came here last year and they were putting up numbers on the ground, there was no C-Mac. We missed C-Mac talk because we was getting W's. It was a couple people out there that was missing the C-Mac. But for the most part, we wasn't really talking about big mistake trade C-Mac, because guess what? We were winning and we were still able to move the football with Chuba and Hubbard. These are facts. There's no debating that. These are just true facts. Now, in regards to C-Mac, now that we didn't re-sign Foreman, right? And now we're 1 and whatever, and now that the 49ers are out there balling, now we miss C-Mac again. Now and rightfully so. I absolutely agree with y'all. And let me double down. Let me finish my point before y'all start getting too nuts here. What we drafted with those picks ain't working out either. That hurts. What we used after we got those picks, it don't make it look good. Let me give you an example. If we would have drafted Tank Dell and Sam Laporta with those picks, you would feel a little bit different. You will feel a little bit different if the trade result was different. If we got some better players, you would be like, all right, it would have worked out a little bit better. I get it. I love C-Mac. I love C-Mac just like y'all. It's never been about C-Mac's talent, bro. It's never been about his talent. C-Mac went to the best possible situation that he could have went to, bro. He went to the best possible situation he could have went to. Period. He's doing great. Love it. I love it. It would have worked out had the trade results been different. If we would have drafted Tank Dell and Sam Laporta or got some picks that worked out instead of DJ Johnson and Zavala and all these other guys that don't appear to be working out in the short term, it would have been much different. Period. So I stand on that, and I stand by, because people were tagging me. Oh, shot in Panthers culture. Look at y'all. No, I stand behind the trade. I stand behind the C-Mac. I think it was the right thing to do. The results of the trade, because we suck, appear to be nasty work. So it is what it is. I can't argue with what we did after, because all the moves we made afterward have been butt. So I agree with you. You guys are right. It does look bad. It does look bad because we didn't execute afterwards. That doesn't mean the trade in itself was a bad idea. It just means that what we did after the trade was garbage. So it is what it is, man. But again, I'm not going to disagree with what Cam said. If he was around and managed things different, cool. Maybe things would have worked out. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Here we go. Oh, he's coaching the coach. Let's talk about this.
And he didn't necessarily know it. Hold on. Spurred. Also, Matt Rhule comes into a situation where that was an interesting dynamic too. That I'm like, yo, by the time I got there, right? Because I come back and I'm like, yo, I'm doing a lot of patchwork. Like, what the fuck? No, this ain't right. This ain't that. And
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm coaching the coach.
Coaching the coach.
Even at the end of the year, when you and Sam weren't even sure who was going to play in the game.
Bro, that's another story that I'm like, yo, Coach Rhule, you can't do this bullshit, bro. Matter of fact, check this out. Second story.
Cam the Carpenter is funny. Shout out to Too Busy.
So for that 2020, I think that season that I came back. So it was almost like a high school kind of petty moment where, no, bro, I'm starting. No, bro, I'm starting. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't going to keep going back and forth with you, Sam, because that's arguing like that is honestly, respectfully beneath me. Right? Like, bro, we're teammates.
It's also neither of your choices who's starting. That's told
I say,
by the coach.
You shouldn't be put in that position. I shouldn't be put in that position.
Facts. I
say, you know what? Hey, Coach Rhule. Yo, what's going on? Are you still in the building? Yes. Hey, can you come down and talk to us real quick? Blah. We had that conversation.
That's crazy, bro.
And that was Matt Rhule's first time being held accountable to tell Sam how he really felt about him. And as well as Matt Rhule telling Sam
trying to be everybody's friend
how he really felt about both of our situations. Because I told Sam, I said, Sam, respectfully, if you was doing your job, I would have never been here, bro.
Facts.
Right? But also, I wasn't playing my best football. So the fact that I wasn't playing my best football, that put you in a position where you felt like, yo, I still am the starter. So I'm not above any type of accountability that's happening here. But the moral of the story is coaches have to also be held to a standard that players are as well. And Matt Rhule was in over his head as far as how to operate an effective and efficient NFL locker room.
Bro, Cam spitting, bro. He was spitting. Cam spitting the truth, bro. All truth. We saw it. We got up on this pod every day and criticized Matt Rhule by how he's running it. He's a college guy. He wants to be everybody's friend. That ain't how it works in the NFL, bro. So we already knew. And again, TG Stripes, Teddy was speaking facts. Y'all was crucifying Teddy when he went out there and said things weren't going right. Y'all was killing Teddy. Y'all was killing Teddy. Y'all was killing Teddy. Real quick, Mangum Cole says, so far the best morning huddle. I feel the energy. Yeah, because shout out to my man Preston. Because man, I'm pissed, bro. This is
Also,
damn,
Matt
hold
Rhule
on, let's go
comes
back.
in,
My bad. Got that one already. Let's react to this one.
and he didn't necessarily know it. So that spurred off to a situation where I was like, Coach Rhule, bro, I would appreciate if we would meet every week. So I'll tell you the dynamic of the locker room, tell you what guys thinking and things like that. Because when I went to New England, it was like a what the fuck moment, right? Like Bill Belichick is so tapped into his team. He knows everything about it. He knows who's having girl issues. He knows whose girl is pregnant. He knows whose side girl is out of pocket. He knows how much ticket sales is happening. He knows what, like it was just wowing. He does that because he's tapped into the core landmark players who he respects. And he just doesn't have team captains just to have team captains. His team captains report the news back to him and say, Coach, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, Coach. I don't think we should practice this week. Or not practice this week, but practice today, man. Guys are sore, blah, 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 blah. That's not to say that he always agrees with it, but he still says that's something to consider. And then we're going to do it how I advise the team to do it. Matt Rhule was not like that. And he just felt like they will get it. And I'm like, no, bro, that ain't how you do it. So to the situation about C-Mac, if he knew that and had a coach that could really coach the star, and not just him. I mean, I don't think the game in my lifetime will see another C-Mac.
Yeah. And so again, I think it's a great point in talking about Bill Belichick, right? And this is why I think, and shout out to the Rob Brown Show, because we briefly talked about Bill Belichick and him potentially coming to Carolina. And Cam Newton has also said on another occasion on one of his shows that if Tepper got his way, Bill Belichick would be the guy. And now there's news out here that the Patriots and Bill Belichick are going to part ways. And so I think, and I tweeted this out, I said, yo, y'all might need to start preparing yourselves. SB Nation just put out an article, and I don't know how true it is, but we heard it from Cam too. So it's starting to align. The stars are starting to align, and maybe it is Bill Belichick. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Bill Belichick. I like his coaching style, the whole Patriot way. Cool, I like that. I think he, again, what Cam was saying, he's in tune what's going on, but I have concerns about his GM work. And if Bill Belichick comes here, then he's going to want full control. And I feel like if Tepper's going to step back, he's going to step back, get you a shirt, then that's who he's going to step back for. It'll be Bill Belichick. It'll be Bill Belichick. Shout out to Deontay. My man said they reported it last year. We inquired about Bill Belichick. So, yeah, if we inquired about him then, what makes you think we ain't going to inquire about him now? I think it'll still apply. The situation ain't changed. We still suck. We still looking for a coach. So the question is, does Bill Belichick want to work with Bryce Young? The question is, can Bill Belichick develop Bryce Young? Right? And is Bill Belichick going to bring in the right people? Because right now, Bill Belichick got his people and his sons, doing OC work. I don't know if that's the right thing. And I honestly feel like, bro, I think there's a strong chance Bill Belichick will be our coach. And I'm not saying I agree with that because his coach, his record outside
to a situation where I was like, Coach Rhule, bro, I would appreciate if we would meet.
His record outside of Tom Brady, it ain't that good. Not having Tom Brady, his record is not good. His ability to draft, not good. His drafts might be worse than Scott Fitterer's drafts. Exactly right, Landon. Temp gonna hire another coach who was fired potentially. Not good. That's not the way to run your organization. Yeah, I mean, dudes are getting fired for, and I love Bill. I think, bro, here's what I would do with Bill Belichick. I think Bill Belichick should be brought in as an advisor. I said this if I brought in Cam and Bill Belichick as advisors, I think you might have something here. Cam knows the city. Bill Belichick has a wealth of football knowledge. He ain't necessarily making the decisions, but he's saying, all right, listen, this is what y'all got to do. I know what's going on. So I got some concerns about Bill. I got some real concerns about Bill Belichick. But let's keep it going. I'm not going to delve too much in the tie gate thing. I think that David Gettleman wanted him to wear a tie, and he didn't wear the tie. That we knew about that. He kind of just confirmed basically everything we knew. But it was all Dave Gettleman. Dave Gettleman wanted my man to wear a tie. He didn't wear the tie. He basically goes on to say that Dave Gettleman wanted it his way, and because that's what they did with the Giants. And Dave Gettleman, we know how Dave Gettleman was a terrible GM as well, and he basically, he was basically working off of Hurney's work, and then once Hurney's work got out of here and he was left with his own devices, it was garbage. So we have very, very we already know about Dave Gettleman. We know Dave Gettleman all too well. Now, here's what I wanted to get to. Because this is where it got interesting. Here's where it got interesting.
You were just all pro positive, but how negative that was for the other team?
I knew how to push the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
They call it the Cam effect, right? So even when I would talk to other teams, it was like, yo, how did you prepare against us?
Driving me nuts, man.
Coming into like you already knew. Like when I would start doing my own research and self-scouting the Carolina team when I was there, I would always ask other coaches, indirectly or directly, or other players, like, yo, what was y'all thinking of how to stop us? The most consensus thing was we got to stop.
Don't let him get going.
Got to stop Cam.
Don't let him get going. Don't let him have fun. He's a prima donna. You know, he controls the pulse. And if you're playing in Carolina, I knew how important that was.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that from Steve Smith. First time I played in Carolina with Steve, a real game, he caught a slant for like 8 yards. It was a first down. He gets up, spins the ball, and then looks up and beat on his chest. And I'm like,
and who's doing that? Who's doing that here? Who's doing that right now? This is what separates, and this is why we don't tolerate Cam disrespect. This is why we don't tolerate Cam disrespect. Like with the whole Dak Prescott thing, folks coming in, yo, Cam is Carolina, bro. Cam is Carolina, man. He is. And he gonna talk about that more in a second.
This is what the crowd, they love gladiators. So I was learning these different things as a showman playing this game. And I was like, this is how I can get the pulse of the whole stadium to either like or hate.
Bro, folks on our current team need to watch this. Folks on our current team need to watch this. This is why we love Frankie Louvu. Frankie Louvu be out there showing mad energy. This is why he's a fan favorite right now. This is why Frankie Louvu is a fan favorite.
Hate me. And I knew how to use that to my use that as an asset to my game. So you call it what it was, it's the bravado, it's this, that, and the third. It was all mind games within a game that I'm like, bro, if I get into this end zone, that momentum is gonna be on us. I'm gonna get a football away too. So these are all things that I already come on, man. I'm smarter than that, man.
Yeah, no, I that's why I wrote that question on my iPad because there's no way you were like, no, I didn't really think about what it was effect on them.
I didn't care.
Yeah. Again, the great stuff there from Cam. Let's
you were just all pro positive, but how negative that was for the other team?
I knew how to push the
this is one we want to get into.
After my second year, he is the CEO or the founder of Under Armour. He came to Charlotte, and we had like one of these off-season kind of dinners, and he exposed me. He says, Cam, why isn't it when people mention Carolina that you're not even in the conversation? They're talking about a person who never played here, but was an ownership here. They talk about Michael Jordan more than they talk about you. And after that, that's the accountability I need. I said,
that's crazy. They talk about Michael Jordan more than they talk about Cam. He took that personal. Bro.
You know what? I'm going to make Carolina my home. Like when people mention Carolina, I make it my home. After wins, what people don't know, I gave away pizzas.
I didn't know this.
Like I didn't want this to be out for them. Like it was a celebration around the city.
I didn't know
Cam
that.
coming in with like I was giving away. I'm buying 25 to 50 pieces, bro. Like God, honest to God, true. I was doing that to bring people together. Nobody knew. When I came in and had the dress to the time, from the hot top hat to everything else, driving, I wanted people in Charlotte to understand I'm one of y'all. Like shit, when we lose, we all lose. When we win, man, Krispy Kreme donuts on everybody.
Facts.
I'm gonna buy it, you know what I mean?
Facts.
I just wanted that culture to be there. Because when I first
Culture. That's what Cam brought to Carolina, and we ain't seen it since. Cam cared. Cam cared so much about putting the city on the map, and that's what we missing, bro. Somebody need to talk to this man. Yo, David Tepper need to be on the phone with this man today, saying, how do I get this energy back? How do I get this energy back?
first got to Carolina, it wasn't there. We would see more Washington jerseys,
I got news for you, Cam. It's right back to that right now.
Pittsburgh jerseys and Cowboy jerseys in the fans. And I was like, nah.
The fans, again, this man has said fans more times than I've heard David Tepper ever say fans in these 4 or 5 couple minute clips.
I'm going to make this mine. And still to this day. So when I'm saying I don't want to be a coach, I want to be the president. If you allow me to do that, I can guarantee you I can hold people accountable to sell tickets. Number one, that's the business side. But also, we're going to win football games too.
Bruh, Cam, man, you got to love him. Got to love him. Dave jumping in the building. Dave, what up, man?
Yo, what's going on, guys? How's things?
What's up, man?
In the morning huddle this lovely morning. Since I'm on my way to the airport, I decided to pop on in. I got a little bit of time. Let me tell you something, man. Cameron Newton is an attraction. He's an attraction, guys. And everybody wants to talk about him. So this is a fascinating thing to watch. With regards to what he thought about the whole process. And it shows how much of a it's the morning huddle. Y'all need some customers in the morning. It shows how much of a shit show we were dealing with during the Rhule era. And it also shows how much Rhule really wasn't ready for the position. And it also showed how much Cam cared. Like he cared,
still cares. And still cares.
Yeah.
You could tell you could tell Cam is still in tune with what's going on. And you could tell he still cares. He knows what's going on with Carolina, bro. He knows.
I mean, he still got teammates on that team. If he ain't getting calls, that'd be shocking to see. I'm pretty sure they hit him up. Or he hits them up, be like, how's things? And they talk about what it is, man. Y'all keep thinking these players talk. Y'all be like, oh, we should sign this guy. We should sign that guy. All that's a moot point if you're not going to be willing to do what you need to do to try to succeed. These players talk, bro. They talk. So it's going to be fascinating. Did you talk about the whole game manager thing yet?
No, I did not. I wanted to get through these clips. Give me one. I want to get
Go
through
ahead.
one
Now
more.
keep rocking, man. I'm visiting. But keep rocking.
One more I want to get to because this is important. This is like the most important one for the fans. Hold on.
So I had a conversation with Kevin Plank after my second year. He is the CEO and founder of
did you watch that one?
He came to Charlotte and we
watched that one. My bad. It's another one. No, never mind. I think I got that's the one I want to listen to. I think we're good. So yeah, now again, great stuff from Cam. Real quick, let me hit the super chat. Landon says Tep is a hedge fund guy. He only invests in businesses that are already established. He has no idea how to build it. That's why our culture is gone. Great point. Great point. It's a great point. But yeah, man. So listen, Cam, I would love to see Cam back in some capacity. Again, I think coaching is probably beneath him. I don't think the coaches get paid enough, and I don't think it'd be worth his time to coach. But coming in as a consultant where he could still do his thing, but then come in and say, all right, yo, this is what you need to do. This is what I would do, because Cam is in tune with everything, bro. He's in tune with, like, you heard him talk about the fans and holding people accountable. The most important thing he said was holding David Tepper accountable. That was the most important thing he said, bro. And that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. And so I love the fact that he went on here and he told everything, bro. He spilled all the tea, and this is what we've been waiting to hear from Cam. Like, it's been so long, but this is he played with Carolina. But I don't count the 2021 stint. But there's a lot of tea that he divulged and a lot of things he said. We've been waiting to hear this from Cam for a long, long time. So shout out to the QB room. They got it out of him. Hopefully he can come to PNP and we can really unpack. Because, I mean, Kyle Allen, they know what's going on. But I want to get back to the rookie year, talk more about Steve. There's more we need to unpack. So if y'all talk to Cam, not talk to Cam, but if y'all watching and go to Cam's channels, tell him reach out to PNP, man, so we can get him on PNP so we can really unpack some Panther stuff. Because they brushed on a lot of good stuff. They talked about some of the current stuff, but there's way more we can get to, especially when it comes like the car accident and stuff like, we can really, really unpack some Cam Newton stuff, and we were able to get him on the show. So shout out to Cam Newton. Love what he's doing. I love it. Again, one of the only guys, him, Smitty, they're the only thing keeping the daggone Carolina Panthers relevant. Those are the only guys keeping the Panthers relevant, not to play on the field. You know what I mean? So love it. So Dave, now we can talk about the whole game manager. I got like maybe 10 more minutes I can hang out here. Usually I'm done by now.
That's fine.
Usually this is more like more than halftime, not a more than huddle. This is more than halftime. But we could talk about the game manager stuff. I think that's important.
Yeah, I saw that you were live and I hopped in. I had an appointment. I got a little bit of time before I catch my flight today. So the whole game manager thing, man, and I've talked about this on Twitter in the past. I think folks got to realize that when Tom Brady won his first 3 Super Bowls, he was a game manager. You can still win championships as a game manager. Like, I think folks have a revisionist history about Tom Brady those first 3 Super Bowls. Those first 3 Super Bowls, man, Tom Brady wasn't winning them things. It was everybody else around him, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. Now, near the tail end, then yeah, he was him.
Himothy.
On the last couple. He was Himothy then. The Bucks. But even with the Bucks, he had all the weapons around him. He had a number one, he had a top defense. He had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin to throw to. He had weapons across the board. Leonard Fournette running the ball for him. Yeah.
Peyton Manning was a game manager the year he beat us.
Yup. But he was him for most of his career.
Yeah.
Peyton was him for most of his career. But in Super Bowl 50, that was game manager Peyton. Peyton got bitched. People forget about that. My man got bitched for Brock Osweiler doing that season. Like, folks be like, oh, well, it's Peyton. No. Broncos Peyton, that year when he went to the Super Bowl, nah, he was done. He was done.
Yeah, so I think with Cam and talking about the game managers, I do agree with everybody with the exception of Dak. I think Dak is playing some great football. And I think that if you take Dak off that team, then you're gonna have some different results. I think if you're able to take a player off a team and it makes significant impact, then you're not necessarily a game manager in my mind. Like, I feel like you can do some different things with Purdy. We know that system with Purdy.
Yeah, Purdy's a game manager, bro.
He's a game manager, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager. People have to take that connotation off of it. It's not bad. Like,
it's not negative.
All the time.
Like, but the funny thing is, and we can just talk about it from Carolina's perspective, from a quarterback perspective. When we brought in Teddy Bridgewater, I said, I just need my man to manage this shit. Just need to manage it. Play good defense. Don't turn the ball over. We can win some ball games here. But we had one of the worst defenses in the NFL. And Teddy did more than you ever thought he could do, considering. You look at the stat sheets he had, he did more than you considering. So then we bring in Sam Darnold. What's the first thing I said? I don't want Sam Darnold out here winning me games. I just need him not to turn this ball over. First year he couldn't do it because he had no offensive line. So then you bring Baker. Same problem.
So really it comes down to this. If you could take X player off of this team and put him on another team in a different system, is he going to make the same impact? That's going to determine whether you're talking about game manager or not, right? And that's just not the case for a lot of guys. Like
Like
Cam
Lamar
Newton,
Jackson,
prime,
Lamar Jackson is
yeah,
not a game manager.
yeah, he's not. He's not. He dictates. Cam Newton, bro, he was not a game. Yo, this dude was a
Far
game
from
changer.
it.
Now he got so many mini me's, and it's not just about that. Like, look at what the impact on the game that Cam made. Cam got a whole bunch of mini me's walking around here now,
Cam
doing what
got
he
folks
did.
thinking. Cam got folks thinking that you got to have somebody like him to win it all.
Exactly.
Cam is the reason why we're greedy at quarterback now. Reason why we've been playing this carousel of hell of quarterbacks.
Bro, and
We
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? And I think this is the point that Cam's ultimately making. And because Cam knows that I was surrounded by all the bulk of my career, like offensively. Like, I didn't have the weapons, I didn't have the offensive line. It was on me. I was the man. So if you take me and put Cam Newton, prime Cam Newton, on the San Francisco 49ers, that's a Super Bowl. That's a Super Bowl.
Super
No question.
Bowls.
That's no question.
Plural.
If you take Cam Newton, put him on a Dallas Cowboys team right now, that's a Super Bowl. That's a Super Bowl. So I think that's what Cam Newton knows what he's talking about. He's been with mid. He's had to elevate mid his whole career.
All you got to do is look at the 2015 season. That's all you got to do. Like, the first thing I said was, I'm like, guys, look who he took to the Super Bowl. Now, granted, he had a good defense. Now, to be fair, had an outstanding defense. But offensively, you know what I'm saying? You out here starting Mike Rimmers on the offensive line. Like, you got, Ted Ginn and Philly Brown with the starting wide receivers. But, I don't have an issue with having a game manager quarterback, but I know there's a lot of folks who do. Because if you put the pieces around him, that quarterback's going to be successful. Like,
Yeah.
do you think Eli Manning was a game manager?
That's actually a good question. That's a great question. I give Eli like a step above game manager. Like, what's the step above game manager?
Like, my theory of Eli is
not
this.
elite.
No, my theory with Eli Manning is this. He was a game manager until he hit the postseason. And when he hit the postseason, he morphed. He kind of, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? You out here, Triceratops, Pterodactyl. Yo, he went Super Saiyan. I ain't a big Dragon Ball Z guy, but he definitely went Super Saiyan when it came postseason time. And it was incredible because throughout the season, game manager was what Eli was. Trent Dilfer's a game manager. Brad Johnson was a game manager. You know what I'm saying? Like, those type of guys are game managers, and they have rings.
Yeah, they do. They do. So Jay got the juice. I think he states it perfectly. A game manager is not a bad thing. It means your owner and GM put together a good team, a team good enough around you so you don't have to save the day every day. Bingo. Spot on.
That's it.
Spot on.
That's it.
You can have game managers when you have a team, and ultimately it's the ultimate team game. You gotta defense.
But you got to be a pure game manager. Because there's some people that are dubbed as game managers and there aren't. Like Jimmy Garoppolo, he ain't no game manager, guys. Because if they were a game manager, the San Fran would have gotten the ring by now with all that talent they got on that roster.
Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, Jimmy G is the place to be until it's time to get to the NFC Championship game. Or maybe get to Super. Yeah. He can't close it out. Because if he runs into a team that has a good roster and a good quarterback, or an elite quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, he's going to lose. So, it all depends. Like, you don't want your game manager having like a ridiculous amount of fourth quarter comebacks. Like, your team should be built enough where you ain't got to worry too much about that.
Give me game manager Bryce, bro. Bryce ain't got to be elite, but give me game manager Bryce, and I'll be cool with that. But we got a long way to go.
We won a couple games if we don't turn the ball over, but he's a rookie. That can be expected in the Heat.
Right.
Because there's a couple games that his turnovers did cost us, but he's still trying to learn on the job with an atrocious offensive line. So, I mean, you get what you get.
Yeah, and I hate, just going back to the whole game manager situation, I see people trying to post like passing stats and all that, trying to compare him and Dak. And bro, you cannot talk about Cam Newton and eliminate the rush game. If you're not gonna come on, you cannot
No,
do
no,
that.
no. We're not even doing that. I don't have to do that. How many playoff games Dak Prescott won?
Yeah, that too. How many MVPs?
How many MVPs Dak Prescott won?
How many Super Bowl
He might win.
appearances?
Dog, how many? Dog, I don't want to stop the madness. Like, let's stop the madness here. Matter of fact, the Dallas fans should thank us. We're the one that took out Tony Romo so Dak can show up. So you can keep it a buck.
Hey, that ain't funny, Dave. No, that ain't funny. Man.
You're laughing, not me.
That
Let me
ain't
be
funny.
clear.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have made me laugh though. That's disrespect with that, Dave. That's not
No,
funny.
I'm keeping
man.
it a buck. I was there.
That's not funny.
I was there when he got killed. I remember vividly. I saw
That's
the death
funny.
of Tony Romo. Tony Romo died so Dak could shine. And now we out here hearing Tony do CBS with Jim Nance.
It's true.
Like, let's not do this. Like, let's not do this. And I think Dak's a good quarterback. But if you consider all the talent that Dak's had in his career, he should have been to at least one Super Bowl. I don't care what you tell me.
Or a
At
couple
least one.
playoff victories.
Well, he's got a couple. I think he's got like 2, maybe 3. It's like a terrible space hand. 2 impossible. You know, I think he got 2, maybe 3 games. But the thing is, Cam did that in one run. Like Cam has done this. Like, you know, wins are a QB stat too. Much as y'all don't want to say it is.
Stephen V. He's going back to the other conversation. Bill Belichick would hire Cam as team president.
Oh, y'all talked about Bill
that earlier. Yeah, we talked.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, guys. They're talking about the Carolina thing up here.
Yeah, no,
bro, it has legs, guys.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. Cam said it. Where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. I believe it's going to happen, honestly.
I will say this. David Tepper, if you or some of your employees are watching, listen to me very clearly. Don't trade for Bill. They're going to move him.
We can't. We're not trading for Bill. Yeah, we're not trading.
No. Don't say we're not.
We're not.
Have you seen what this franchise has done?
I have, but we not that dumb. We dumb, but we ain't that dumb. We ain't that dumb. Bro. We not trading, bro. We're not trading for Bill.
If you're watching, do not trade for Bill. Wait this out.
Yeah, they're gonna move on.
They don't want him. They're gonna move on.
Yeah,
don't give him away. Now, if you really want him and you get wind that somebody else want him, I still don't know if I would do it.
No,
because you might have to give him a first-round pick.
I'm not trading for a coach, man. That's not happening. It's not for a guy that's on the brink of getting fired and has a questionable run outside of the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm not trading for that, bro.
I stand by this, and people hate when I say it up here in New England. And I think now they're coming around now. That year when New England had Cam, arguably one of the best coaching jobs Bill Belichick's ever done. Arguably. Considering all the circumstances, he showed up near the end of camp, near the preseason, end of camp. Arguably the best coaching job he's ever done. Because that roster was atrocious. You think Mac Jones ain't got a roster now? Go look and see who Cam had. That roster was atrocious. You hear me? Bad. And he pulled 7 games out of that. One of the best coaching jobs Bill Belichick's ever done. By far. So he still got it from the coaching side of the fence. But I do agree. I don't know if I want him
I do know that we would have a solid deep. Yeah, he can't buy the groceries. He can't buy the groceries, bro. But we would have a solid defense. I tell you that much. Defense would be solid. Everything else, quarterback development, I got questions regarding that. But yeah. So
I think he can do it. I think he can do it. I just think that I want somebody else picking these players, bro. And if you got a role, man, we can shut it down, man.
No, you good.
If we're talking about quarterback, when we're talking about, I need a GM, but at the same time, I'm conflicted only because I want somebody like a Bill Belichick there that Tepper might actually listen to.
Uh-oh. There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Are you still there?
Yeah.
All right. I want somebody there that Tepper will actually listen to and not kind of like and trust. Tepper, I need Tepper to hire somebody that he needs to trust.
Yeah, and I think that's the good thing about potentially having Bill is that I think that is a guy he would turn everything over to. That's a guy he would be like, because you can't challenge Bill Belichick. You're not gonna tell who Bill Belichick should hire. You're not gonna tell him that. You're not gonna do that to Bill. So that's the positive thing about having a guy like Bill. But ultimately, I got so many question marks. I think, like you said, I don't need him buying the groceries. I don't know about that.
One thing is certain, and I'm going to be very clear when I say this.
Dang,
All
Dave.
are not going to be happy with this press conference.
Yeah, we won't be live streaming during those joints.
No, but one thing's certain about Bill: when he has his time, when he's on, he's on. My man did a whole 10-minute history lesson on special teams, which is one of the greatest things that y'all should watch. When he talks about the history about why they do certain things on special teams and returns and things of the sort, he had a whole 10-minute spill. So, like, if the reporters ask a phenomenal question, he will answer it. The problem is most reporters ain't asking those questions like that he's interested in answering. He's just gonna be like, play better, coach better. We got to do this, we got to do that, and that's it.
Yeah. So ACAT says, Dave, I just know Tep is trading a 33rd pick this year and a 2025 first round for Bill. I can feel it in my gut. Hey, man, you need gastric bypass or something, man. You need to fix that. You need to fix that problem.
Bruh,
you need to fix that gut problem.
Like I
Fix
said,
that, dog.
if you're watching, do not trade for Bill. And it's not because Bill's not a good coach. I just think it's pointless to trade for him when you know they're going to probably move from him.
Yeah.
I think the way it's going to go down is that they're going to ask Bill to give up the GM duties. Make a decision.
I don't know why you keep jumping in and out, Dave. I'm not sure you got a bad signal or something.
Look, man, I'm in Warwick, man. Warwick can be weird. Let me see what my signal looking like.
No, you good. All right. So I got a couple minutes.
I got 2 bars.
Couple minutes
before
I get out of here. A couple minutes before I get out of here. Did I hit that last super chat? Yeah, I did. All right. One last announcement. Before we get up out of here, make sure. I missed this. I did miss one. Shout out to Steven. I thought I hit this one. He says Bill Belichick will hire Cam as team president. Yeah, we talked.
Yeah, we hit that one earlier.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll see. I did. Yeah, I hit that one. Anyway, last announcement. The pinned comment. Go get your shirt. This is Dave's shirt right here.
That's a big ass shirt.
This is Dave's shirt right here. So step back. Get your step back shirts. I got mine on right now. Again, we're gonna be wearing these joints. I'm probably gonna wear mine every day until the end of the season. Every show I'm gonna be wearing mine. Get your shirt. Get your shirt. The link is the pinned comment. We need to wear these joints, and I will be doing. I'll be collecting some donations to get a bunch of these printed off here in the next week probably. So again, I don't want to collect the donations through Super Chats because Google takes a lot of the money. We'll probably do it through Cash App or PayPal or Venmo or something like that. So just stay tuned. Again, we want to get maybe a couple thousand of these joints printed out so we can give them out during the game on the 17th. So, all right. So yeah, go get your joint. There should be. I went by the shop yesterday where they're printing them, and my man's he's putting them out. So if you order one, it should be on the way. If you order one now, it should be here. Should be at your crib before Christmas. All right. So with that said, man, Dave, I got to get out of here. I got some work I need to finish up.
We can rock it.
Like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments. This was good stuff. Shout out to Cam Newton, man. Again, our legends are the only ones keeping us relevant right now. Our legends are the only ones keeping us relevant. The product on the field is trash. So respect to Steve Smith, Cam Newton, all those guys keeping us alive, man. With that said, we getting up out of here. I holler at y'all. Peace.